Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Cancel here on my birthday. And guess what that means? It's time for the next Satire Wire show where we're going to talk about a lot of serious things with a lot of hilarious commentary. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back my darling co-host friend, Mr. Johnny Gen X. Johnny. Johnny.
Oh. Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
Something must not be on. Is it your birthday today? I heard it was.
My birthday today, yes.
Happy birthday. So that makes you 20, 21?
No, come on. Let's be realistic. I'm actually 37. So come on. Let's be real.
Or all 37. All ages stop at 37. I'm convinced of that. Sorry about that. How much did you get of that? I wasn't paying attention.
We've been on the air for 10 minutes, bro.
Oh, wow. 10 minutes. Yikes.
We're amongst family here, Johnny. We're amongst family here. For those of you who are watching here today for the first time, again, we apologize for what you're about to see. But we like to tell stories that are real serious news stories.
With funny commentary.
With funny commentary. It's important that we all laugh every once in a while, even though we're talking about all these serious topics. So, my friend, yes. Why don't you kick it off? What do you have for us this afternoon?
Well, I don't know if you heard about, I just did a post on it about 2 days ago, but the victims of Jeffrey Epstein have been talking about his deformed manhood. These victims, it's weird, right? I've never heard so much talk about a person's manhood since, the felon was talking about, what's his name? Arnold Palmer.
Right, exactly.
This victim of Epstein said that Jeffrey's manhood was shaped like an egg or a lemon. I don't understand it. I don't understand what that means. Like, I don't know, dude. I've never seen your junk, but is it anywhere close to an egg?
No.
Or a lemon?
No. I not even a fruit, bro. Not even a fruit.
I know it's like
it's a watermelon. It's actually a watermelon.
A fruit tray?
It's a watermelon.
Yeah, I can understand cucumber.
Yeah, banana.
That kind of thing, but an egg. So it made me think though, because subsequently information came out about Hitler's or the German mustache man's deformed junk. I don't know if you read that. It was really interesting stuff.
I'm aware of that. I am aware of that.
And then we're reminded about our president's lack of
mushroom.
Yeah, the mushroom tip, but also his micro, same as Hitler we see in South Park. In light of this news, I thought I would argue that a man's Speaker Johnson is now the utmost of importance to look at in our world today, because the severity of its deformity is directly proportional to how mentally deformed the man is that holds that deformity.
Interesting.
Right? We're beginning to see that.
Are we gonna develop some kind of panel to do that? What would we call that?
It's true. I was gonna say, I don't know if we could say the PP panel. I don't know.
PP panel? I don't know.
But notice, for years we've been told as men that our junk is not important. But we're finding out, no, it is of the utmost important. How the severity of it depends on who we are. So women, I deplore, if there are any women that are watching right now, before you go out with a man or vote for them, I came up with a tagline.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't be in doubt, whip it out.
Right.
Because you need to make sure that at least the man's junk looks nice.
Looks normal.
Of course, that applies to all men except for me. And you know what? What I don't understand too is these victims were talking about how small the penis is, but no one yet has said, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Right.
I just want to know. Just want to know. For a friend.
We'll take that on as our next show. What do you think?
I'm sure we'll take it on to the next show. Yes.
So, I've been doing some research and coincidentally, what's that maniac's name in Trump's administration who smiles all the time and talks about how great the
which
economy
one?
is?
I've noticed. Yeah, it's the Bessent dude.
No, not Bessent.
I know his name is Kevin Hassett.
Yeah, Kevin Hassett. Yeah.
But also, you know who does that is what's her name? The one who remember she went on after the debate and talked to, and she was in the kitchen.
Yes, I
and
just saw
also
her.
who does that
Amy
is
Hobbs.
Carolyn Levitt. They have this smile, and Speaker Mike Johnson does too.
Right. Yeah. So he came out. I saw him today saying, being challenged by Fox of all people, saying that, are you ready for this? The factory jobs are rising.
The factory jobs are rising?
Mm-hmm. But there's only one problem with that. Manufacturing jobs continue to drop. Factories are delaying investments, and economics say tariffs are raising costs.
Yep.
Not boosting hiring. Even traditionally conservative business groups are sounding the alarm. So technically, Trump did bring back factory jobs. He just brought them back to say goodbye, good riddance, and see you the fuck later.
Yep. And you know what I think we should do? I think this calls for us to actually take a look at Kevin Hassett's junk to make sure if it's not deformed or not.
Okay. I want to go on record. I will not participate in that.
You won't be part of that panel?
I won't be part of that panel. I'll be part of the panel that gets the data. That's okay. I'll work on that.
I am sure, but by the story you just said, because it's a complete lie, I'm sure that his junk is looking like a golf ball or a burrito or something.
We have set. I'm very happy that for those of you who watched our last show, it fell off the rails completely within the first 30 seconds of the show.
Is this
one? This one's taken about 15 minutes to fall off the rails. So we're getting better, Johnny. We're getting better.
Speaking of weird phallics things, Judy Vance, Vice President Judy Vance, was on the air yesterday talking about how, the biggest threat to our democracy, of course, are the liberal leftists, whoever these people are, these strange liberal leftists are. I'm not a liberal, I'm a libertarian, so I'm wondering who these liberal leftists are because I'm afraid too. And I'm also wondering how their junk looks, if it's deformed. But JD Vance actually was talking about the fact that these are the people who murdered his best friend, Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, give me a effing break. First of all, no leftist murdered Charlie Kirk, right?
Right.
Secondly, without Charlie Kirk out of the way, he wouldn't be nailing Erica Kirk on some couch somewhere. And we all know he's not really nailing Erica Kirk on a couch. He's nailing the couch.
Exactly.
He's like, are you in yet? Are you in yet? And he's like, yeah, I am, but I'm in, but I'm, not where you think I'm in.
Oh God.
But let's get effing real. Like he plays this game, but he's actually after Erica Kirk.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just
anyway.
It's actually
that was a little side note.
What else you got, my friend?
So Ted Cruz, I don't know if you know this, but he's been he wants to run for president in 2028. So again, and he is picking fights. Well, the best part about this, and that's why I love this story, is that because it is twisting the thorn into the felon.
Right.
He's picking fights to make himself look different from Vice President Judy Vance, because Judy is going to run for vice president too. So Cruz is messing with the felon's nominees. He's slowing down hearings, and he's turning NASA into some kind of drama zone. The felon and his MAGA trash, I call them now, I have a new name for them. I call them the MAGA swamp trash, are mad because Cruz won't play along and keeps blocking their plans. C blocking. I think we need to take a look at his junk too.
I knew you were going there. I was waiting for you to say it.
And the best part is, here's the thing. I'm all for this infighting. I love it. I love watching MAGA fall apart. And MAGAs are a bunch of drama queens, right?
Right.
But while they're busy clawing for this power, nothing's getting done. And their maggot Trump swallowers are just buying it all. Nobody's fixing real problems like healthcare. Jobs are a mess. I lost my job. I can't even find one. Like you said, even factory jobs, it's all BS. And this is what happens to our country when a movement is built on chaos,
right,
in the stupidity of voters instead of solutions. I have to throw that out there because it's so true.
It's funny. That's the second story that I had up, the Civil War update between MAGA and Trump.
Talk to me.
So we see, I really spent a lot of time researching this because I wanted to know how big the magnitude of this split was, how big the argument, and right. I would use the word it's significant versus big, right? It's not like hundreds of Republicans are coming out saying fuck Trump and this, that, and the other, because they would, if that was the case, they would just impeach him tomorrow. That's not the case, right? But to your point, the fact that these small fractures are taking place right now are so significant, especially with the fact that it seems to be being spearheaded by Marjorie Taylor Greene, the voice from the South,
which has been odd,
which is really odd. I think is very telling, and it's to your point that I do think the Republican Party in general is very much sick of the chaos because, again, to your point, they can't get anything done.
They're inept.
They're completely inept. They can't do. I mean, even look at what happened with the Epstein file discharge. I mean, Mike Johnson got caught with his pants down. That would have been a good time to check his junk, but got caught with his pants down with the Senate. He was like, "Oh shit, you really not going to play nice with me? No, we're not." So this is really an interesting dynamic that's taking place.
And what's even more interesting is, like you said, I think there's a lot of tie-in to our first story about our junk being men.
Yeah.
Because you're saying terms like caught with our pants down,
right.
Fucking with Trump.
Right.
And I think it's time we really got to take a look at maggot men and see what equipment they have that are actually using to fuck with Trump. Right. Is it golf shaped? Is it lemon shaped? Are these the new standards that we need to compare our manlyhood?
Right.
Right? Yeah, it's ridiculous. And speaking of such, you know how maggots always talk about Republicans in general, but maggots are always talking about big government, right? But I just came across this story. Your car that you're driving, I don't know if you drive in New York. Do you drive in New York?
Yes, I do.
Because in LA, you can't walk. Okay, so you do. Because are you in Manhattan?
No, I'm in Long Island.
Long Island.
Long Island.
So where in Long Island? You don't. You don't have to give me an address.
I'm in Babylon.
Okay. I grew up. I had family and grew up around Amityville.
Oh yeah, you're right down the block. I used to
Huntington Station. Matter of fact, I used to go to.
I used to live in Huntington Station.
So did you go to a place called the Black Sheep off of Huntington?
Downtown Huntington?
No, there wasn't. No, the Huntington Station was actually the bar. Huntington Station was in downtown Huntington. This was off the road going from Suffolk to, or from Dix Hills to Huntington.
Okay. No, not
been. The Black Sheep is one of the best Italian restaurants ever. Really? I got a funny story about it. It has nothing to do with news, but so my mother-in-law, she wasn't a mother-in-law, she was just my girlfriend's mother, grandmother, who I love. She was Sicilian. And she was a pill. Like, she used to yell at me across from the way. We were at a wedding, and she did this all the time. She did things like this. She said, "Hey, did you get fat?" Like, and I would be like,
charming woman.
Yeah, she was one of those, So, but this place, the Black Sheep, in I thought it was off Huntington. Is it Huntington Drive?
I don't know, bro.
Anyway, it's an Italian place run by Sicilians, right? So we would go there and eat all the time, weekly. And we got this waiter, a small little Italian guy, totally from Sicily. And the grandmother would start saying crap. And the waiter just went, "Excuse me, shut up." She was quiet. Never again did she ever speak, and all of us were like, "Wow, that's what she needed, was a good Italian."
So can we invite him to the White House?
Yeah, exactly. I think we need to look at his. We need to look at his junk.
We don't need to look at his junk. That's the guy.
We know he's all there.
He's all there. He's exempt, bro. He gets an exemption.
Oh man, that's funny. That is funny. So anyway, your car, right now is telling on you probably because. Okay. The Associated Press found that the Border Patrol is spying on millions of American drivers using hidden cameras, AI, and secret algorithms. It's not happening just at the border either. It's happening probably where you live. Yeah. So these cameras, they scan your license plate, they track where you go and decide if your trip is suspicious. So it's like, why are you going to Taco Bell 3 times a day?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then the Border Patrol lets a local cop know what you're doing so that they can pull you over for anything, a 5 mile per hour speed bump, a window tint, whatever.
Yeah.
And the drivers get searched. They have been getting searched, questioned, or even arrested, all without knowing the real reason. And the real reason is because there's this federal spy system watching our every move. Where is the freedom in that? Yeah, it's just weird. I know we're supposed to do funny stuff, and it's not a funny, haha. No, but isn't it weird? Growing up, I've always heard we can't have phones with cameras because then we'd be everyone would know where we're going.
Right.
What happened to that cynicism?
Right. Exactly.
It's gone.
Speaking of deportations, you do realize that the mass deportations are not really happening, right?
I heard about that. Talk to me.
The only thing Trump has deported is accountability. He hasn't deported anywhere near the numbers he thinks he should be deporting. It's just another absolute.
I got some numbers for you on that.
It's an abject failure on his administration. And the only reason why he's doing it is just to look tough. He's not doing it because he's trying to save the country. He just thinks it's cool to pull people over in their cars and, just because of their skin color, it's
and why aren't we hearing stories? Let's be honest here. I mean,
yeah,
we're both Puerto Rican. I'm half Puerto Rican. I'm half Mexican. Why aren't there more stories about Latina Mexican women being pulled over and throwing a damn chancla at these people's heads?
Exactly. Oh, abuela.
Yeah, what is happening? Know this is happening. If you and I pulled over some Latina old lady,
chancla's coming out.
Would be up our ass. In fact, this. I don't know if did you hear the story about the Trump calling a white reporter shut up piggy? You notice that the reporters are all white. They're not Latina or black women. Because that dude would not get off the plane if he called some Latina woman, "Shut up, little piggy." Have you ever tried that?
No. I like living. I like living. I live with a Puerto Rican woman. I like living.
Jesus!
I don't tend to tempt fate.
I can't even do the Puerto Rican head nod. Excuse me. What did you say?
I know my position in my household. Trust me. Believe me.
To your point, 41,000 arrests happened in October, and that's the highest of Trump's second term. But most of those arrests aren't the measurement we should be looking at. Right. It's the convictions.
Right.
And nearly 31,000 of those people in detention have no charges, no convictions, nothing. The election promised 65,000 people. And they're not coming close to it. So much so that the Heritage Foundation is complaining. Mm-hmm. You said you would get rid of brown people, and it's not happening.
Yeah,
they're pissed.
When do you think? Oh, first of all, we need to do it. We need to do a service update for our audience, my friend, because I'm sure, depending on the people who are watching, they may not know this. But can you please define for the audience the chancla?
The chancla is I wish I had one. It's basically, it's. I think the literal term, and if I'm wrong, let me know. The literal term is actually a sandal because women wear sandals. But in my practice, in my growing up, it could be anything. It could be anything.
The belt, the stick.
The stick.
Roller. Yeah.
The stick, but the chancla, whatever she's wearing on her foot. Yeah. And if she's barefoot, then it's anything around the room.
But have you noticed, and this is a true measured fact, that most Latino women have deadly accuracy throwing the chancla?
Oh, Jesus. You
could be yards away and they'll clock you in the fucking head.
There should be an Olympics thing for it. Matter of fact, here in LA, that should definitely be one of the things.
Chancla throwing.
I swear to God. I don't know if here's a story this week. I don't know if you heard it, but did you know that America invaded
Mexico? Oh my God. I can't with that story. I can't. And
right?
Did you hear
And so, you know what? I just pictured them coming to the beach and saying, "Okay, we own this whole thing." And then in the Mexicanas, where the ladies were throwing chanclas at their ass and evading bullets. They're like, You know, Mexican women, old ladies are like from the Matrix. They're
I'm
like
telling you, yeah, exactly, bro.
they're like dodging the bullets,
Exactly.
but those chanclas, they're hitting their target.
So did you hear their lame ass excuse for that?
No, because he was drunk. Please say it was that.
No, it wasn't that. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. But he was actually getting his junk checked out at the time, so that's why.
Oh, I can imagine what his looks like.
So
I bet it's inverted.
It's inverted. The topography was wrong on the charts.
Meaning they were looking for topography, not
Yes.
not what do you call it? Coordinates?
Yeah, exactly.
So wait, okay. I don't understand what you're saying. What you're saying is their orders were to invade a foreign territory's beach that looks like a beach.
Right.
And so they went, well, this looks like a beach. That's just incompetence to the power of 10.
So
wow.
Going back to deportations, and this is a tough question, but a serious question. At what point in time do you think?
I just had a really bad thought. God help me for this. But
okay, hold it. But at what point in time do you think MAGA says this whole?
I gotta say it.
Go
It's
ahead.
so bad.
Right. I'll come back. Go ahead.
It's so bad because we're on the thing of chanclas.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go to hell for this.
Okay.
But you know how it was a terrible tragedy. I'm not making light of this, but the Holocaust was a horrible tragedy.
Right.
And when we went to those concentration camps and found, eyeglasses, bones and skeletons. It makes me want to cry even right now.
Right.
But unfortunately, my mind went to a weird place. What happens in the future when they go to the deportation centers and find piles of chanclas?
Yeah, exactly.
I know I'm going to hell.
So you know what happens? That's a positive thing. And you know why it's a positive thing?
Why?
Because they're still alive.
They're still alive.
If they lost the chanclas, they're still alive.
They're still alive somewhere, and we'll put them back with the chanclas.
Abuela's got tons of chanclas, bro.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I digressed.
That's okay.
In a very sick way.
Do you think we'll ever get to a point with the deportations that MAGA finally says, you know what, this is a fucking waste of time?
No. Because it's all about racism. It's all about clearing the streets. And that's what they want. It's like, that's their thing. They want this to happen.
Right.
But
I mean, when they find, so like MAGA in the beginning of this whole term was basically F you, we're getting our way finally. Thank God, suffer. And then when suffering started to affect them, they started to change. And MAGA is in an uproar right now with Trump. They are in a serious uproar with Trump right now because the prices aren't going anywhere. Jobs are nowhere to be found, and so on and so forth. So if for those who really want just to arrest and deport millions of brown people every day, right, it's not going to happen.
True, and we all know that. That's our argument, right?
Right. So it's not going to happen. So at some point in time, do we think MAGA is going to say, this was a fucking waste, this is not what you told us was going to happen?
No, because they're all about, I don't know. I don't know if you agree with me. They're all about wasting time. And plus it's the immediate thing. I'm against deportation. I am a Latino.
Yeah.
But when the landscapers start using their damn air blowers, I'm looking for ice. It's the immediate need.
Yes, it's the immediate need. I get it.
So I don't give a, and I'm not even a maggot. And so do I think, no, I want them gone. I want them gone.
I noticed that my landscaper shows up right when I sit down for dinner.
Why is that?
Yeah, but he's a great guy.
I think there needs to be that would be great if there was a landscaper company that just that's called themselves We Blow.
Johnny, don't make me end the show, bro. All right, Johnny, take us out. Last story. What you got?
Oh, I got a last story. Oh my gosh. I didn't know I was underneath this
microscope.
Well, here's something funny. I think it's funny because it's one of those things. It's the incompetence that's funny. So Christy Nome has this, I don't know, this limit that anything that's over $100,000 she has to approve, right?
Right.
And what's been happening is, floods have been happening on for FEMA and everything, but these contractor money sits on her desk because they're over $100,000.
Yeah.
So I'll even ask you, because I'm very well experienced in this. I've had bosses that were overly, how would you say it, micromanagers that did that.
Yeah.
Is there ever a workaround for that? There is, though, because what people do is they put in contracts that are $1 less than
exactly.
$100,000.
Exactly.
So if something costs $200,000, they'll send in 3 invoices,
for 99.
all underneath $100,000.
Right.
So that's what these people are doing. The contractors are sending in contracts that are $1 less than $100,000, so they wouldn't have to be reviewed. And meanwhile, and this has happened 11 times since August. They shaved off $1 just to avoid, scrutinability, right? And while misaccountability is dry humping all these contractors, real things are happening, slowing down. FEMA payments, Border Patrol and Secret Service gear, things that are saving people's lives are being held up because of her arrogance and whatever. But the funny part about this, like I said, is like, it's almost like Jurassic Park, where life always finds a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had the experience where, like I said, I have had a boss that over scrutinizes these invoices, but all people do is they just send in $1 less. Matter of fact, even sometimes, like I got a ticket recently for
that was nice.
Using a leaf blower because I work for a landscaper company. No, just kidding. I got a ticket. And sometimes I'm a little bit of a jerk, and I'll send in a payment that's like 1 cent less, or pay my taxes like that, just to say F you.
Right.
But anyway, and what sucks about that is all these games these maggots play, in the end, her micromanaging this whole thing didn't fix anything.
Well, did you notice?
It just made everything worse.
Did you notice the $220 million contract she awarded to her friend?
No.
Yeah. Came out this week.
I need a chancla.
$220 million.
That sucks.
Yeah, but that's what she's all about, bro. It's all it's all phony. It's all phony.
It's MAGA theater. Anyway, that's all I have. That's not all I have. There's a lot of news to talk about, but
yeah. As always, it has been a pleasure, my friend. This was
likewise.
A great show. To all the viewers out there, we hope you enjoyed today's humor and some serious updates. We do again apologize for our insanity, but that's
actually, I do have one last thing to report. Yes, so my dad fell down and broke his arm.
Stop it.
And I was asking him, so I had to take him I didn't take him to the ER. He went himself, but he told me what he did was he fractured his bone up here. And I said, well, that's humorous. And he goes, I don't find that funny.
Okay. I'm ending the show now, Johnny. Take care, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.